Why do you put up with Sheldon?
Oh, because we're friends.
Why?
Number 20, parental infidelity.
Penny!
Sheldon, honey, I've told you, it's a small apartment. You only have to knock one time.
Please, I don't have a lot of time.
Right up there with Bazinga, Sheldon's compulsive knocks are one of the most memorable aspects to his character. Up until season 10, audiences just thought it was another quirky mannerism. The truth was far darker. In a conversation with Penny, Sheldon shares the fact that he began knocking 3 times after accidentally walking in on his father with a woman who wasn't his mother.
When I opened the door, I saw my father having relations with another woman.
Oh, that's awful.
I know. It's also why I never open a door without knocking 3 times.
We'd heard plenty of tidbits about his dad, but infidelity wasn't one of them. It's a surprising revelation that both gives audiences an origin story and provides insight into the various ways children might deal with learning harsh truths about their parents. Number 19, can exes be friends?
We haven't spent time alone together since we broke up.
Oh, it's not a date, Leonard. It's just a man and a woman hanging out and not having sex at the end of the night.
Sounds like most of my dates.
Ask any 2 people who've failed at a romantic relationship, and you'll get answers that run the gamut. The Big Bang Theory takes this quandary on when Penny and Leonard break up near the end of season 3. Sheldon wishes to remain friends with both of them, but is torn due to the tension between the 2 exes. The episode creatively parallels children caught in the middle of a divorce, using the former couple as an analog to parents. Played for laughs, it illustrates the difficulties encountered during the aftermath of a relationship ending. Leonard and Penny share a love for Sheldon, which ultimately allows them to continue on as friends.
I think we can do it.
Smother Sheldon in his sleep, wouldn't that be wrong?
No, be friends. You and me.
Number 18, physical intimacy.
Being physical with Amy is a huge step for you.
Yeah, are you ready for this?
Intimacy in any form has been challenging for me, but I'd like to show her how important she is, and it feels like now might be the right time.
No one could have predicted that Sheldon Cooper would become romantically involved with anyone. And yet, by the middle of season 9, we find him choosing Amy over Star Wars. The act of being intimate with someone is a milestone in any relationship, let alone one that involves someone like Sheldon. Watching him confer with Arthur about his uncertainties speaks to all of us who experience anxiety about taking a relationship to the next level.
I'm worried I might be overwhelmed and ruin everything.
Sheldon, if you're with the right person, it'll be okay.
It also reinforces the idea that intimacy should be a choice we make when we feel the time is right, and not something you should jump into because you feel pressured to do so. Number 17, divorce. Deciding to end a marriage is never an easy decision. Having to live through the consequences of it are something else entirely. On Big Bang, we got a chance to see how several of these characters handled the news of their parents splitting up. Leonard learned of his mother's intentions with a quick offhanded comment.
Speaking of fathers, Leonard, that reminds me, I'm divorcing yours.
What?
Yes, he was cheating on me.
No!
With some waitress from the university cafeteria. Can you believe it?
Raj got a phone call about the bad news.
A Jedi class. If you're cool being the only adults there, they said they are.
Dude, my parents just split up.
Both take it to heart, albeit in very different ways.
You sure you're okay?
I'm okay.
You don't look okay.
How can I be okay? I come from a broken home.
The show does a great job of balancing the emotional impact of divorce while still finding a way to make us laugh. Number 16, not all women feel maternal. And that's okay. We can practically hear the collective sigh of relief when Bernadette tells Howard that she doesn't see motherhood in her future.
Right. When it's our kid that's ruined my body and kept me up all night and I've got no career and no future and nothing to be happy about for the next 20 years, sure, that'll be completely different.
In a world that tells women that not wanting kids is unnatural or selfish, it's a huge deal to see someone like Bernadette on our screens. Later, she worries that the societal dictated maternal gene isn't kicking in even during her pregnancy.
Raj, why don't I care about anything?
I'm sorry?
It's my baby. I should care about nurseries and colors, and I don't. What's wrong with me?
And her anxieties about motherhood interfering with her career are super relatable too.
Because I'm up for a major immunotherapy study, and if they find out I'm pregnant, they might give it to someone else. Would they really do that? I know they would. They did it to Barbara Chen last year when I told everyone she was pregnant.
In season 12, Penny also reveals that she isn't sure she wants children. Sure, both become mothers in the end, but the idea that it's not the only path for women is still out there. Number 15, difficult friends.
Why do you put up with Sheldon?
Oh, because we're friends.
Why?
It's a question many of us asked over the course of the show's run. During the final few minutes of the series finale, Amy makes it clear to Sheldon that his ignorance of how terrible he can treat his friends is often the only reason they tolerate him. He's a complex character who can come across as arrogant, selfish, and in some moments, even narcissistic.
I didn't mean to.
I know! You never mean to! It's the only reason people tolerate you!
But deep under all of that lies a man who holds his friends and family in the highest regard, even though he struggles to show it. Countless episodes showcase how Sheldon is an exercise in how the bonds of friendship run deep, even in those who struggle to understand them. Number 14, inebriated mistakes. From the moment she moves in next door, Leonard is enamored with Penny. In fact, much of the first season showcases the lengths he's willing to go to win her affections. So, as loyal as Leonard is, it comes as a surprise when he confesses to having kissed another woman while out at sea.
It was just kissing.
And then what?
And then nothing. I stopped it. But it still bothers me, and I wanted you to know.
To the show's credit, Leonard's mistake isn't just swept under the rug. Both his act and the confession to Penny show how even the littlest of indiscretions can be detrimental to a relationship if they aren't dealt with accordingly. Their open discussion about how to best address the situation illustrates how important communication is.
Maybe the way I've been reacting was me sabotaging this too.
Well, how about we stop being so scared of losing each other and just be together?
Number 13, death of a father figure.
I just read online that Arthur Jeffries passed away.
Professor Proton is dead?
Sorry, buddy.
Sadly, it's often not until someone has passed away that you realize what they really meant to you. We often forget to express our gratitude and love to those closest to us until it's too late. This is the lesson Arthur Jeffries, aka Professor Proton, attempts to impart on Sheldon not long after becoming one with the Force.
It's okay to be sad about them. Just make sure you appreciate those who are still there for you.
Sheldon isn't necessarily the most emotionally aware person out there, but even he knows how much his closest friends and his family truly mean to him. When Leonard walks in to check on him, Sheldon latches on, having learned how to appreciate those around us while we can. Number 12, hoarding. We would have never expected Sheldon to have an issue with hoarding, but after Amy decides to replace his laptop when it finally dies, Sheldon refuses to recycle the old one.
Oh, but he said you can get store credit.
Well, no, I don't want to recycle it, and I don't want store credit.
But why would
Can we please change the subject?
Okay.
After swearing her to secrecy, he reveals a storage unit filled with everything he's ever owned.
Welcome to my fortress of shame.
I'm sorry, what am I looking at?
Basically everything I've ever owned.
As Sheldon gives Amy a tour, he describes the anxiety he feels whenever he thinks of throwing something away. It's a feeling that rings true in the real world for those who share Sheldon's inability to let things go.
Why do you feel you need to save these things?
I'd like to say it's nostalgia, but every time I think of throwing anything away, my ears start to ring and I get butterflies in my stomach.
Undoubtedly, we all hold on to things we may not need. Seeing someone like Sheldon attempt to make a change is a little inspiring. Number 11, breakups. Over the course of its run, all the male main characters of The Big Bang Theory experience some kind of breakup.
Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
No.
This isn't fair to you, Leonard. I'm sorry.
While both Raj and Howard's relationship mishaps are unfortunate, it's Leonard and Sheldon's big breakups that really portray the toll the end of a romance can have. Whether it be throwing yourself into work, crying into a pillow, or finding a suitable rebound, everyone handles breakups differently. Where Leonard consistently tries to recapture Penny's attention, Sheldon simply doesn't understand the nuances of what a breakup is all about.
When last we spoke, you said you needed time.
Well, it's only been 11 hours.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy was nearly 11 hours. I made you watch that. You said it was an eternity.
Like the rest of us, they both emerge better and wiser than they were before. Number 10, friends are family. They say you don't get to pick your family, but that's not entirely true. We all choose our closest friends who, in their own way, become a second family to us. When Sheldon accepts his Nobel Prize, it's not his mother or his siblings who are in the audience. It's his friends.
Inspired and tolerated, not only by my wife, but by the greatest group of friends anyone ever had.
He acknowledges his other family, realizing what many of us often overlook. How often does Sheldon turn to Penny or Leonard for guidance? Even Howard pleads to Raj to stay in Pasadena, knowing he shouldn't get married.
Can't stand the thought of spending another day without her. Then go. If not, then stay here with the people who love you.
They may not be connected by blood, but friendships can often exceed the bonds of family in numerous ways. Number 9, body insecurities.
What's wrong?
My picture's all over the internet and I look terrible.
No, let me see. Well, that is an unfortunate angle.
By the time we got to the end of this series, we'd seen the characters go through a lot of transformations. Despite repeated jabs by Bernadette and Penny about her choice of clothes and hair, Amy never felt pushed to alter her outward appearance. But that changed when she won her Nobel Prize and had her photograph plastered everywhere. Raj finds her crying in the bathroom after seeing herself in print. Amy's a character who's always been proud of who she is.
You should be proud of this moment.
I know I shouldn't care about how I look, and I never thought I did. It's stupid and shallow, but I just can't help it.
So when we see her so distressed about her body image, it's heartbreaking. It's yet one more prime example of the show giving us real-world insecurities we can all relate to.
Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler.
Wow, Amy, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Number 8, career direction.
I need to start making some smart decisions
With your career?
with my life.
Like what?
I don't know.
In one form or another, most people have to earn a living somehow. If you're lucky, you land your dream job early and spend the rest of your professional life working happily. However, for most people, jobs come and go, and we can often wonder if we're heading in the right direction. The Big Bang Theory addresses this career crisis question head-on when Penny gets fired from a movie.
You can't fire me. I'm the star. I'm the girl that goes bananas. It says so on the poster.
Yeah, but we just shot the last scene where we see your face. So from now on, the star of the movie is whoever wears this.
Anyone who has ever questioned their own motivations behind their current career can identify with her struggles. It's easy to get lost in the realities of life, forgetting that we should all be doing something we enjoy, not just earning a paycheck. Number 7, fear of being mistreated.
How the hell did you get in the building?
We're scientists.
Tell him about our IQ.
The idea of being tormented by others is a concept that the Big Bang Theory has never shied away from. From losing their pants to online gaming, and even being physically harassed at a Halloween party, the boys have seen it all.
Give my friend his stuff back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then good news. Today's the day a girl's finally gonna touch you in your little special place. Now give him his stuff back.
Okay.
On more than one occasion, the show has taken strides to give us scenes that showcase the long-term effects of being mistreated by others. Leonard's long list of all the things one mean classmate did to him in school shows how deeply he was hurt by such cruel actions.
I'm gonna go see him and finally say all the things I should have said in high school. Well, pick on someone your own size. Oh, you did not have sex with my mother. And yes, I do know why I'm hitting myself.
Watching him stand up to someone who tormented him in his apartment with both contempt and fear in his eyes is a moment that feels all too real.
I'm not afraid of you anymore, Jimmy. Now get out!
Number 6, social anxiety. People who have deep feelings of fear or awkwardness about talking to strangers may be experiencing social anxiety. Studies suggest that as many as 12% of the population know exactly what that's like.
Where did my life go, Penny? One day I'm a carefree bachelor, and the next I'm married and driving a minivan to PV cricket matches in suburban New Delhi.
Are you talking to me?
This is definitely reflected with several characters in The Big Bang Theory. While Raj becomes selectively mute at different points for several seasons, Sheldon's anxiety about social constructs has been explored multiple times.
Can I help you?
Forgive me for staring, but you're very beautiful.
Raj's season 6 girlfriend Lucy also seemed to have severe anxiety as well. Although the show focuses mostly on geek subculture, social anxiety can affect anyone.
I kind of have a hard time around people I don't know.
Really? Then what were you doing at the comic book store that night?
I've been trying to force myself into situations that I'm not comfortable with.
By showing characters we love experiencing these feelings, it gives us a sense of comfort. Our favorite fictional characters can experience the same things we do and still thrive. Number 5, women in science. Only about 1/3 of the world's researchers are women. Throughout The Big Bang Theory, the show has spoken about women entering and being in scientific fields on several occasions. This includes an entire season 6 episode dedicated to the main cast trying to encourage a classroom of young women to enter the sciences.
It occurred to me that it might be much more meaningful to hear about women in science from actual women in science. And I happen to know 2 brilliant examples who have agreed to speak to you on the phone right now.
A couple of seasons later, Amy speaks of how hard it is for women to be successful in the world of science. It's fantastic to see the show celebrate accomplishments like Amy's Nobel Prize later on.
And in the field of physics, Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler and Dr. Sheldon Cooper for their discovery of superasymmetry.
Meanwhile, seeing Bernadette and Amy dressed as princesses while trying to convey their love of science is another excellent bit of writing.
I'm Dr. Fowler, and I'm a neuroscientist.
And I'm Dr. Rostenkowski-Wallowitz, and I'm a microbiologist.
The world of science needs more women, but from a young age, we girls are encouraged to care more about the way we look than about the power of our minds.
Number 4, an absent father. Over the course of the series, Howard has tried many times to bring attention to the fact that his father left his mother when he was a kid. But this event gets highlighted when Sheldon unearths an old letter from Howard's father.
Howard, I found this letter from your dad in a box. Now, based on the content, it could either be filed...
You opened this?
Well, I had to find out if it was personal correspondence or memorabilia. Now, as I was saying, based on the content...
I couldn't be less interested.
We get to see Howard struggle with the idea of getting answers after so much time. It provides the audience far more insight into his anger and resentment towards his dad. But where this episode shines is the clever twist they use to give Howard enough of an answer to raise his spirits, but still leave room for possibilities.
It was a letter explaining that your dad wasn't who he said he was. Eventually, his other life caught up to him, and the only way to keep you and your mom safe was to leave.
It's a perfect combination of a tender resolution with comedic timing.
Actually, I don't want to know. I want all of them to be true.
Well, one of them is.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, guys.
Number 3, inappropriate workplace behavior. Sheldon's always been an intelligent person that tends to miss social cues, but the way he treated his assistant really crossed the line. Sheldon becomes upset when his assistant Alex flirts a little with Leonard outside of work.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want to hear about the lecture, I can tell you all about it at work, or, you know, over dinner sometime.
So he decides to give her a highly inappropriate lecture about workplace etiquette.
A woman is like an egg salad sandwich on a warm Texas day.
What?
pile of eggs and only appealing for a short time.
Even when he's confronted by HR, he doesn't initially understand what he's done wrong.
I meant that all women are slaves to their biological urges, you know? Even you. You're a slave.
Sheldon's actions definitely deserved to be called out and brought attention to. Although the episode wraps up with him still in need of improvement, it's a story that makes clear what isn't acceptable at work. Number 2, complicated parent-child relationships. Throughout the series, the main gang endured less than ideal parent-child relationships.
He just stopped playing catch with me. I wasn't Slugger anymore. Your mother's here.
Penny's father wished she was a boy, Raj is too dependent on his folks, and Sheldon and his mom often clash. Howard's relationship with his mom is infamously unhealthy, and he often mentions that his dad walked out on them. Also, whenever we meet Leonard's mom, we can see how her distant parenting style hurt her son.
Hanging out with me and coming to my lab, I thought we were enjoying each other's company, but it was just research.
Indeed, just as he thinks they're growing closer, he's bitterly let down once more. However, his choice to forgive her is powerfully poignant.
I forgive you.
I didn't ask you to forgive
Too
me.
bad. I forgive you anyway. And I forgive myself for taking so long to do it.
It's comforting to see hope in their reconciliation. Number 1, loss of a parent. For the better part of 8 years, Carol Ann Susie played the voice of Howard's mother. After being diagnosed with cancer, the actress passed away. Instead of simply replacing her, the show decided to lay the character to rest. Howard learns of her passing in a phone call at the comic book store.
Yeah, you okay?
No. What's wrong? My mom died.
His collection of friends stand there in disbelief as they process it all. During the episode, the most moving scene occurs when Leonard gives a final toast at his apartment. You can see the sadness in the cast during this goodbye. It's not the first time a parental figure has died on the show.
Told some great stories about him. Did you know that Arthur's son is a high school son?
But Susie's real-life passing made it more important than ever for us to stop and recognize her loss.
To Mrs. Wallowitz, loving mother, to all of us. We'll miss you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.